Anil Ambani's empire stumbled from 42 billion to zero. Welcome to the Elite Post. Strong beginnings. Born in Mumbai to Dhirubhai Ambani, one of the wealthiest businessmen in India, Anil quickly learned the tricks of the trade and helped his father grow his business empire. Being the youngest son of his family, Anil earned a postgraduate degree in business administration from USA before joining his esteemed family business, the Reliance Industries. Due to his contacts and impressive public dealing, Anil Ambani expanded Reliance Industry to foreign waters and doubled his family's investments, growth, and profits. There was harmony, peace, and a lot of money, with Dhirubhai Ambani leading from the front and his two sons following his lead just behind. Sibling rivalry. After Dhirubhai's sudden death in 2002, the Ambani family felt the shock a little harder than expected. Because there was no legal will, the Ambani family had to follow the Hindu Succession Act, where the property was to be divided between the widow and children of the deceased. But the bigger question remained, how do you run Reliance Industry? With their father no longer alive, a sibling rivalry ensued between Mukesh and Anil Ambani. The power struggle between the brothers started when Mukesh became the company's chairman, as Anil took the managing director's seat. Both brothers had varying leadership styles and bickered continuously over running the business empire. Although their mother, Kokilaben, tried to settle the rift between the two brothers, they quarreled like children and made important business decisions without consulting each other. Keep in mind that the conglomerate was worth around 30 billion at this time. Finally, when matters got out of hands, the brothers decided to take it up to court over gas supply and Reliance Industries split. Mukesh got Reliance Industries Limited, which dealt with oil refining and petrochemicals industry, whereas Anil took over Reliance Communications, which worked on telecom, power, and financial services. For an amicable split, the brothers signed a contract. The basic rule was that neither brother would intrude on the other's industry for 10 years. The second rule was called the right of refusal agreement when selling the company. The brothers can buy each other's companies before going into the market. Anil Ambani incurred a heavy loss due to this second rule, but we'll discuss that later in the video, so stay tuned. By 2006, both brothers had their own well-established and successful business empires in India. The reigning star, Anil Ambani. After Anil took over Reliance Communications, he introduced a 3G network and helped mobile technology reach new heights. Reliance introduced the CDMA 2000 services in India with a staggering 2 billion investment. Anil made Reliance top the charts by being India's #1 mobile provider. The telecom industry saw a boom, with Reliance Communications rising to the top. Reliance Communications also introduced mobile phones by partnering with Lenovo, which was also a huge success. Continuing his winning streak, Anil took his company to another level by purchasing Ad Labs in 2005 and renaming it Reliance Media Works Limited. This venture proved to be a roaring success, and by 2008, Anil had his largest cinema franchise across India with more than 700 screens. Being the social butterfly that he was, Anil made friends with almost all the A-list celebrities in Bollywood, who would often come to his home for extravagant parties or movie screenings. Owing to his connections in Bollywood and Hollywood, Anil decided to take a step forward and invest in Steven Spielberg's movie production house, DreamWorks Pictures. Until 2011, Reliance Media Works invested in hit screenplays and 11 were featured as Oscar nominees. Ambani continued to ride the success train and took on one of the biggest projects in India by building Mumbai's first metro under Reliance Constructions. In 2008, Reliance Power witnessed the largest IPO in the Indian stock markets. There was money in Anil's future, or so he thought, because in 2008, he was nominated on the Forbes list as the 6th richest man in the world. The bad worst patch. All was going well, and Anil Ambani seemed to be making strides in Indian markets. However, the billionaire came to a stark realization that Reliance Communications wasn't doing so well in the market. During the early 2010s, India was introduced to 4G technology and Reliance Communications failed to catch on early. His company was severely lagging behind, and Anil recognized the fallout of this could cost him a lot of money. As he failed to upgrade his company's systems, Anil kept borrowing more and more money to fuel growth without addressing the root cause of the problem. With continuous investments, he had to borrow money simultaneously while battling to stabilize prices on one end and keep a sustainable profit margin on the other. Reliance Communications' $2 billion worth of investments for expansion to 3G amounted to almost 50% of the company's debt. With the company drowning in debt, Anil Ambani decided to merge with a South African telecom company, MTN, but it was too little, too late. Reliance Communications could not keep up with the technological advancements, and it came tumbling down with all the hopes Anil had for keeping his billionaire position in the world secure. Remember the rights of refusal agreement we talked about earlier? Well, this agreement gave Mukesh the upper edge as he had priority over shares if Anil decided to sell or merge Reliance Communications. Mukesh called off the merger deal with MTN, and there was nothing that Anil could do. To make matters worse, the managing director and 2 vice presidents of Reliance Communications were arrested on accusations of conspiring to sell highly priced mobile network licenses. Anil had no choice but to take bank loans to pay off the debts. For that, he had to take $1.2 billion as a loan from 3 Chinese banks. The upper hand. When Anil was at his lowest, Mukesh Ambani added salt to his wounds by stepping into the telecom industry with a company named Jio. His first firm provided affordable 4G services and gained a huge number of customers quickly, leaving Anil completely helpless. Little did Anil know that his jealousy against his brother would cost him all his legacy, as well as billions of dollars. While Mukesh was savoring the sweet taste of success, his brother's Reliance Communications lost almost 98% of its value in quick succession. The younger Ambani took more loans from Axiom Bank to build a mega power plant. However, things went south when the court decided that gas prices should remain fixed at a government-approved rate, leading Mukesh to continue making profits from the power generation, whereas Anil suffered immensely. Adding fuel to the fire, a former business partner and telecommunication company, Ericsson, came forward with a lawsuit against Anil. They claimed he had yet to pay the $80 million he borrowed from them. The National Company Law Tribunal compelled Anil to pay Rs. $5.5 billion to Ericsson India in 30 days. With the due date in sight, Anil had no hopes for survival until his elder brother Mukesh came forward and paid Ericsson on Anil's behalf. This wasn't done out of some brotherly love, but it was the Ambani name that Mukesh really cared about. To test Anil's fortitude in the time of crisis, the trio of Chinese banks came running back to claim their money. Because of all the chaos, he was unable to pay these loans as well. The banks claimed that Anil Ambani had taken loans from them on a personal guarantee of returning them promptly. But even after 7 years, Anil could not pay off the debts and was left in deep waters. This time, however, Mukesh did not help him. Instead, he boasted in the glory of Jio and built one of the most luxurious homes a billionaire could afford. The downfall of the mighty billionaire. Since there was no solution in sight, Anil Ambani had to do something he never thought was a possible outcome for him. In 2019, he finally took the plunge and filed Reliance Communications for bankruptcy. Once having a net worth of $42 billion, Anil Ambani fell through the cracks. In 2020, he declared to have a net worth of $0. As shocking as it seemed at the time, everyone agreed that Anil had it coming for a long time. Because Reliance Communications was drowning in the sea of debts, it went up for sale in 2020, and to no surprise, Jio was its highest bidder. Reliance Capital, under Anil Ambani, also sold its entire stake in Reliance Nippon Life Asset Management Ltd. Anil also could not help but sell his brother's other businesses to be free of the pile of debts he had collected over the years. The radio, real estate, and insurance businesses went to the chopping block one after another. Everything Anil seemed to be doing became a bane of his existence as Reliance Home Finance, Reliance Infra, and Reliance Power also defaulted. Adani Electricity Mumbai had a clear advantage over Reliance Power and acquired most of the electricity distribution from Reliance in 2017. Reliance Infra was once given the project of Mumbai Metro lines and had also collapsed by 2019 with the debt of $148 billion. Next in line is Reliance Naval and Engineering, which had almost 9,492 crore in debts to be repaid. Many analysts blamed Anil Ambani's lack of planning and unmanaged growth, which led to his ultimate downfall. His ambitions were a byproduct of the sibling rivalry that led to bad decisions for the company. Anil Ambani pleaded poverty in the courts after his failed attempts to repay the creditors. However, this is hard to believe considering all the luxury he still enjoys, including his luxurious abode, a private jet, expensive cars, and a yacht. One must remember the millions of dollars he has in foreign banks. Anil Ambani may have a net worth of zero, but there are still many luxuries he can still afford. He claims to have no liquid assets left and that his yacht is not in his name. If not for Anil Ambani's quick money-making strategies, the two brothers could have lived similar lives today. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you think Anil could ever recover from this colossal loss like this.